You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Hey, you, man. I'm so glad you came back. It is really good to see you.
It's rare.
You probably had a hard week, and man, it makes me feel better that you're here. Thank you.
I like that.
Hey, John.
You made me
John, come on. We're glad you're here.
Which John?
The John who shed a tear after I greeted the last time. So I was like, let's make it good, even better, personalized greeting, and then say, hey, John. Hey, man.
Hey, John.
Come on. Hey. Good to see you. Happy birthday last week that you didn't get to have. Happy birthday.
People, you want to go and do your compliment corner? I feel like that one was...
I haven't heard anything from that.
Well, I have.
You have?
Yeah, so people...
No one messaged me about it.
People need to, like, directly... Yeah, because, like, on stream, it was like... Sandwich Pope Phil was like, Tyler's compliment corner was sorely missed last episode. And I was like... He's here in chat. Just tell him.
Even when I said what I miss, Phil never said anything again. So I don't know. I'll think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot.
Because it's not like who do I want to compliment?
You wanted to compliment Zeus one time.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's the compliment corner. It's not compliment corners.
Right.
It's compliment corner.
All right. Yeah, that's a weird room. One corner?
Just one corner. Yeah. It's Cthulian.
Non-Euclidean, right?
Right. Thank you. Non-Euclidean.
Oh, is it Euclidean?
Euclidean?
Is that how you say that?
Euclidean.
That's one I've like only seen.
Euclidean in those DMs, girl.
Oh, man. Okay. Is that on like that's like on Twitter?
It's probably.
Yeah.
You know about as much as I do.
I hear people saying that all the time, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm not single.
Yep. You on Bumble and Hinge?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. Poor me. Oh, no. Awesome sex on the regular? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah. So this is TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games, where we hang out and talk about games and stuff in our life for you to enjoy, and we come and invite you to the table. Come on, sit, hang out.
Come on, John. Have a seat, John.
We invite you to sit down and not respond.
Only John.
No.
Everyone else needs to stand.
Oh, man. Phil, wait, Phil, you'll get your turn. John gets to sit down. It was his bad birthday last week.
Yeah. We're making it better.
Hopefully.
Trying it.
Maybe.
Probably not.
So maybe John feels better. Maybe Zeus feels better.
Yeah.
No one else feels better.
Else, yeah.
Although Zeus never said anything, so I guess he missed that episode.
That's hilarious to me. I hope that he heard it because it was very nice things are said about him. But it's hilarious to me if he didn't.
So he's a regular listener, but not that episode. Or he was really creeped out. I said nice things about him. He is Russian, so he's like, stupid American. Fuck that guy. So before we delve into what the randomizer just kind of dug down and gave us, Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
The Martian missions?
The Marvin missions.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird name.
Yeah, it's a real name. Weird name. It's also a real name.
It's a real name.
It's not a fake name.
Unlike Daffy Duck, the Martian missions, it is a real name.
I'm drinking a bi-antioxidant cocoa fusion
Okay.
of coconut and pineapple, 10 calories.
That sounds pretty
And
good.
the rest of the calories are coming from this Bacardi Superior rum.
That's okay. There's a lot of nutrition in there.
It's true. It's true. This is energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Liquid energy.
That is energy.
7K calories per gram. God damn it.
My energy was three handfuls
More than protein or carbs.
3 handfuls of wasabi peas before I came over.
Pretty good.
I mean, there's dinner until we're done recording.
You got a pineapple monster.
I do. I have that. But
You also have that can of Monster Energy.
yeah, thanks for noticing. I appreciate that. Not too many people say anything about this monster.
I do.
Gotta get on Bumble.
Well, what have you been up to this week, Dave?
A lot of things.
Tell me. I want to hear all the things.
A bunch of things. First things first. I don't know if you saw that. You probably saw this on TADPOG Nation. Michael May I Come posted a photograph of Super Turrican 2, SNES cartridge. And I don't really.
You hate that game.
Yeah, I don't like that game, but I did want to buy it.
Yeah.
So I was in those DMs being like, "Yo, can I buy this? Because I need this for the collection." And he sent it to me.
He just sent it
He
to
just
you?
sent it to me.
He just gave you
just
Super
gave it to
Turrican
me.
2?
He just gave it to me.
Holy shit.
And I told him, I was like, "This is an expensive game." I was like, I will pay you for this game."
Whoa.
And he said, "No, don't worry about it." He said, he said, repros are online for $20, and essentially it doesn't mean as much to me as it does to you. So here you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Wild.
Michael, may God make you come.
Michael made me come twice.
Yeah. But that is the least we could do is a title upgrade.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's with the instruction manual. I mean, it's no, it's
damn.
It's legit. It's fucking legit, man. So
wow.
like I mean, I've several times in the conversation.
So we're done with the show now, right?
Yeah, I mean, mission accomplished. We got it. Time to pull out. But yeah, like several times, I was like, "Are you sure you want to do this? And I will pay you for this. And this is an expensive game." But no, man, totally cool. He's like, "Yeah, I can buy a repro if I really want it." So yeah,
Man.
I mean, so hey, one step closer to having a full collection. I'm at like 198.
I'm collecting money if anybody has any.
Well, see, that's the thing is like, I don't think I'm ever going to sell these. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I mean, Henry's just going to be left with useless plastic but when I die, you know? And it's like, at that point, all these things are going to be worth like...
I'll have this cartridge daddy.
Yeah, literal pennies. But yeah, I got like, I'm up to like...
It'll be a good gray plastic throne for us to have, for you to have and for me to look at when we inevitably have to scrub our podcast from the internet to have jobs. So.
Oh yeah, are you concerned about that?
No, not right now.
Not right now. I'm not concerned about it ever. Never. It's gonna be fine. I imagine that all of my future employers are just gonna love the show. And probably be like, "You know what? We're going to start you at a higher salary than we normally do just because we really like
your show.
The gross shit you say on the internet with your friend Tyler."
How many episodes do you have? Just one. It's called episode 63, the one with Wiley and Laura about board games. That's the only one. It's the only one we've done.
Weird we started out with 63, but we just thought we were going to work our way backwards.
It's very clean. Don't worry about it.
Shit, man, I put this on my LinkedIn. Are you kidding me? So also, speaking of collection stuff, I made a trade recently with Beloved Adam. N64 games for SNES games. So I wanted to share what I got from him, and I meant to do that last time. I let go of some real games that I absolutely loved. That's not true. Beloved Adam did me a favor by taking these. There were some good ones in there that look good. We'll put those in air quotes. Like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
You had some good.
I offloaded that
Yeah.
in a Symphony of the Night. That's also kind of, that's one of those. But I got Metal Combat boxed, which very excited because I like that game a lot. Mm-hmm. I got a box for the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, which is good because I had that game loose. So now I've got the box and the cart.
Nice.
Captain America and the Avengers, Congo's Caper, Justice League Task Force, Mario's Missing, classic, Power Rangers The Fighting Edition, Power Rangers Zeo Battle Racers, which we both
Thank
love.
God.
Yeah, finally,
Thank
we got
God.
it. Yes. Street Racer,
Tournament at prom.
Super Mario All Stars plus Super Mario World. And then the big ones in that is Final Fight 2 and Final Fight 3, which is like, man, I love those games. So now I'm up to 197 Super Nintendo games.
Pretty
so
good.
it's not
Pretty
like
fucking good.
it's, still a ways to go, but I mean, that's damn near 200 games.
Yeah, it is. Nice.
So
How many Super Nintendo episodes have we done?
I have no idea. There's no way of telling. No one knows.
Yeah, because I just wonder if, like, do you have more games or do we have more episodes?
I think we have. That's a good question, but my bet would be we have more episodes.
I would think, but I bet it's close.
We did at least 100.
We did 100. We did 100. Yeah. Have we done 200? I don't know.
Probably, man, because like we've been doing what this list that we're on now,
Over
all
a year.
725 for like over
A year and a half.
well over a year.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the randomizer first
We started
appeared,
after Suikoden. Suikoden was the last game we did before we started the randomizer.
It's been 2 years at least. Because I mean, it's been all of 2020. Because I remember when we were given the idea of the randomizer, I remember being at the gym when I read that idea from John Harvey, I believe. So,
oh, he's here. Thank you. Hey,
oh
John.
yeah, here,
Hey,
we
hey.
got a seat for you
Yeah.
here in our John section.
Yeah, created the randomizer.
Right.
Fuck you and happy bad birthday.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, we've done over 200 because if we do 52 a year, give
Yeah.
or take.
Okay,
fif-
then we
let's say
had
50.
done some random ones before
Yeah.
that. So
Like
okay,
Porky's Haunted Holiday,
Yeah.
which will come into play.
smart ball. We did it out of nowhere.
Balls.
Balls. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I'm working on it though. One of these days I'll have more games than we have talked about. Also, big news is Henry said shit. My son Henry said shit.
Nice.
Not really, not great.
Bad context.
He just didn't know. So it was one of those where it was like he was getting ready for school, and he and Nikki are at the front door ready to leave, and I'm in the bedroom, and I just hear ba 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 shit. And it was like he was in a spelling bee because like Nikki was like, "What did you say? Shit, SHIT, shit."
Well, all right. He got it right. That means he gets to use it.
Right? Yeah, those are the rules in the Moore Family Handbook. If you can spell it, you can say it.
Motherfucker. You know the drill.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Country of origin?
Danish.
So we got to explain to him that is an adult word and that he shouldn't use it. Definitely not at school. And also, I don't want to hear him say it because it makes me feel like I've done a bad job. And I also got to tell him, I was like, hey, man, because he was upset about it. And I was like, don't be upset. You didn't know. You didn't, or if you
Did you?
right? Did you? if you did know, now you know. Like now you really know. And I was like, look, I remember when I said my first swear word in front of your Graham, and she slapped me across the face. So you got off pretty good.
What did you say?
What did I say?
Yeah.
Bastard. Yeah, during Batteries Not Included. When the guy, I think, hits the robot, the little drone with the bat, I said, oh, that bastard or something. You bastard. I don't
Way
even...
before South Park. Way before South
Way
Park.
before South Park. I pretty much invented it, really. Trey and Matt, they owe me quite a penny. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't even know where I heard the word. Probably at school, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, probably at school. It wasn't YouTube, which is what Henry told us he heard. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Because, like, I'll watch YouTube with them and someone will say shit or bitch or, like, you know, and it's just like, well, Not going to say anything because I don't want to draw attention to those words, but I do need to put that in my hat.
You probably didn't hear that.
Nah,
he didn't hear
he's
that.
good.
It's fine.
He's good.
We can watch George Carlin. He didn't hear that.
I remember watching George Carlin with my dad when I was in 4th grade, I think. So he's got like 3 more. He's got like 3 more years before we can watch George Carlin. So yeah, that'll be good. That'll be fun. So yeah, that all worked out. I haven't heard him say shit to me since.
Kid hasn't said fuck to my mother. So
it also makes me feel like a huge hypocrite because it's like here I am recording this right now, and me at work.
It's an adult word. You're an adult. It's
right?
fine.
I'm an adult. It's an adult word.
Yeah.
I could use it, Henry.
F-U-C-K. See there.
Right? There was a moment where I was like, well, I could spin this another way and speak in my house the way I speak everywhere else.
I'm just imagining your mother slapping you. Do it. B-A-S-S. Second backhand.
I don't know. That's like my mom has like hit me.
Do you know what that is? Fish poop? A bass's turd? I can see that, but no.
I think she's hit me like maybe twice in my life, and that was one of them. And I was like about Henry's age, and I've never seen Batteries Included since. Just on principle, that movie gets me hurt.
True.
Have you heard of a game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue Palooza?
No.
It is a fan-made game that was made in oh God, what is it called? Beats of Rage, the Open Beats of Rage engine, which is like this engine that communities make beat 'em ups from. Like you might remember, I was talking about Final Fight Ultimate LNS a while back. That was also made in that same engine. So essentially, some people or person, I don't know honestly how big the development team was, but they made this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em up that and it's like probably a couple years old. I slept on it, honestly. I saw Grimm stream it and it was like, oh, this looks cool, I'm gonna play it. And then like after his stream I was like, because like Gamebug Prime Nate was in there too, and I was like, man, I kind of want to play this game. Yeah, but then we have to get Parsec working. And then I get it. I was like, okay, fuck it. It was like fucking 11:30 or whatever. It's like,
You gotta know what the Kessel Run is to know what a parsec is.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm gonna get in bed. So I get in bed and I get a message from Nate. It's like, hey man, you want to try that out? I'm like, now? Oh, yeah, I'm in bed, but fuck it, I'm in. So I got out of bed, put some clothes on.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. And we got Parsec working finally.
I'm in bed. Are we gonna have sex?
No,
I'm in.
Nikki was long asleep. Like the night is mine. I like to make myself available, which means hold out until she is snoring, and then it's like, okay, now I can go do other things than wait for sex. It's
I
really
think we're pretty much always waiting for sex in some form or another.
that's actually a very wise that's like is that from the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very wise. It is true.
It's one of the red words, so it was Jesus said it.
Man, I haven't thought about
And Jesus wept. We're all really just waiting for sex.
I mean,
To be a man is to wait for sex.
it's going to be on my tombstone. Still waiting for sex. The game is...
And be jerks about it.
The game's really good. Rescue Palooza is really, really good. It is like, it takes a bunch of stages from different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. Like there are stages from like the Manhattan missions, the Manhattan Project. There are like levels from the arcade game, Turtles in Time, the original NES game. Like they really do a good job of like congealing all of that chaos into like one package. They add a bunch of characters from the cartoons. Like Mondo Gecko is like my favorite character to play because
I forgot about him.
Right? Because his speed is maxed out, and it's like he's on a skateboard, and it's like when you use his dash, his skateboard like like jets of flame shoot out the back of the skateboard. It's really fun, and it's free. And I recommend anybody listening to this who has any love of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and beat 'em ups, definitely check that game out.
And Usagi Yojimbo?
Oh yeah, he's in it. I like him okay. His range is a little too short, if you ask me.
He's got
a sword, right? You'd think it'd be better. I love Usagi Yojimbo, but sorry, Mondo Gecko's pretty much my dude in that game. He's so weak, but it's fine because it's like he's so fast, man.
Sure, yeah. No, I get it.
It's all you need. All you need is to be faster than the other person.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
But not for any reason other than to be like, man, I am so much faster.
Hey, Stallion's in every party in Suikoden, and there's a reason.
I like Stallion. Yeah, I like Stallion a lot from Suikoden. It's good shit. We played some Shell Shock Live with the Game Buds on Discord. That was fun. I learned that Bubba Drewski is a total pool shark equivalent of Shell Shock because he won versus all of us and destroyed us. Also, the Whisker Squadron Kickstarter is live. That game I was talking about, that is the Star Fox roguelike, which is very reminiscent of the game we were willing into reality when we recorded that bonus episode with Cthusiast Jeff on Star Fox Assault. The Kickstarter is live, and I have to decide whether or not I'm going to pay $50, back that game at $50 to get private beta access like in June. And it's like really tempting, but it's also $50.
But you were given Super Turrican 2, so basically you saved that amount of money to do whatever with.
That is true. So $50
drop in the bucket.
Definitely going towards Whisker Squadron. There's also, if we wanted to go in on it together for $500, we could put one of our pets in the game. So
we had to do $1,500 because we'd have to have a River, Sky, and Ein, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm in if you're in. I think I got to check to see if the $50 also includes like a line of credit in the game. Because if it does, it's totally going to be TADPOG Podcast.
Yeah. That'd be fucking sweet.
And they'll be like, no, you can't do that. That's a podcast. Be like, that's also my legal name.
That's my name.
I legally changed it. You can check if you want.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. I dare you. Sir, it says here your legal name is Mondo Gecko. Care to explain?
I just got a weird flashback to the night before we went to Atlanta, both of us trying to find our Social Security cards and passports for some reason. What's your legal name? Hold on.
Man, did we have to take that shit with us?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember
ordeal.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure don't. I blocked a whole bunch of that. My mom slapping me for saying bastard, I remember, but all that shit in Atlanta, I mean, to be fair, we were never arrested.
True.
It was always like, we got to go to Atlanta tonight and come back tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
We'll get there at 3, sleep for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Go to the audition and then drive 7 hours back.
Right. Yeah, it'll be fine. They go to work the next day. Good times.
Good times. Beast times.
So beast.
So beast.
I got a win in Pac-Man 99, which is the new Pac-Man Battle Royale, where 99 people play Pac-Man against each other, essentially, with a whole bunch of like extra layers on top of it. Pac-Man is like one of those games where it's like, I am so happy with
Packy.
I don't think we're allowed to say that. In America, we can say that. But, like, yeah, everyone listening in the UK was just like, oh, God.
Ooh, man.
Fuck. We got a real sly...
Prince Philip just died. Please.
We got a real Slylock situation on our hands here, I think. I had to make sure I was saying the right word. Did I say the right one?
No.
Oh, fuck. Let's start it over. Podcast starting over. But I love that Pac-Man is, like... a game that they just keep doing new iterations of Pac-Man without changing the core game very much. I love that. I wish that more like retro games would do that, but then it's also kind of like I don't know that they can, because like Pac-Man is like a super simple game where it's like I feel like you can keep that core concept of you are a Pac-Man, you eat dots in a maze, you eat a big dot, and then you eat ghosts. Like I feel like there's a lot of wiggle room and a lot of shit that you can overlay on top of that.
Yep.
So like the way that this works is like, and they keep building
Other Pac people? Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah. Of course. Chalk outlines of Pac-Man? Yeah. Which they appear in this game. Like that's kind of like how it works, where it's like if you eat a bunch of ghosts in your game, those ghosts get kind of sent over like Tetris style, where you send like junk over.
Okay.
They get sent over to someone else's game in the form of like chalk outline Pac-Man. They don't kill you, but what they will do is slow you down. So like
you go through it, it slows you down.
Oh yeah, and it's like so they'll slow you down, and then the ghosts will just come and they'll get you while you're slowed down. So this doesn't sound too rough, but like when you get down to like the top 50, the game speeds up, and then when you get to like the top 10, it speeds up even more. So it's just constantly going faster, and then eventually. When you send junk over to another person's game, the white chalk outline Pac-Man turn into red ones, and like red ones will kill you if they touch you. They can not be eaten. They're worse than ghosts. They can't. If you get a power pellet, they just freeze. That's the best you can do.
Damn. All right.
Freeze until that power pellet wears off.
Orcus ghosts. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally. The only way to get rid of them is to eat a fruit, which clears the entire screen. So that gets rid of them. It's so much fun, and it's free. That's another.
And you won?
Yeah, I won one round. It took 3 hours.
You won, son.
But I won one round. It was like the last one on the stream too, because I was saying I'm feeling fatigued. Like this, I gotta get out. Like I gotta get out. And then it got to the point where I didn't even realize it was down to me and one other person. And that's a great thing, because if I had, I absolutely would have choked. But I was just playing, and then all of a sudden I won.
Nice.
Like, all right, cool. So I really recommend that game. Like it's free, so check it out on the Switch. You can buy things, but don't. Like they have themes and stuff, but it's like where you can change, instead of looking like Pac-Man, you can change it to look like Dig Dug or something like that, which looks cool.
I like that.
It looks cool, but it's like, man, I don't like it either, because it's like I've trained my brain for fucking decades.
Yep.
I'm the yellow thing. Those are the ghosts. Avoid those things. I feel like if I'm playing like Galaga Pac-Man or something, I don't know. It's just gonna make it harder.
Yep. No, I agree. I'm with you.
You can pay also to unlock private matches, which that's kind of neat. But it's like
the champagne room of Pac-Man.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
If you want a private experience.
Hey, BB, private game.
I'm sorry, PayPal won't let me. PayPal has a staunch only buy good Christian boy shit with our funds. So yeah, Pac-Man 99, it's good. I have more stuff that I did.
Do it. Come on.
I soft modded my PlayStation 1 finally.
Nice.
It works amazingly. I love it. I've been playing.
It works like the quality is amazing, or you're just very shocked it works?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm amazed at how easy it was
Amazingly, it works amazingly.
Right. Truly, the most amazing thing that happened was the Game Enhancer 9 that I bought on eBay worked. Because that Pro Action Replay that I bought like last month was DOA.
Yep.
And it was like, well, fuck. And I was like, so I went in with new mentality, because I spent $30 on that Pro Action Replay. My new mentality was, buy the cheapest fucking card I can find on eBay. Buy the cheapest one. If it doesn't work, buy the next cheapest one. Just keep buying the cheapest one until it works. And then Game Enhancer 9, A+++, would flash again.
What does it do exactly?
So it allows me to play my legal backup copies of my PlayStation games. That's what it
Oh,
allows
okay,
me to
cool.
do. I still have to use the optical drive. It's not like an optical drive emulator, like an X Station, which I totally want to do one day, but Davy Poo doesn't know how to solder. And a lot of different like my NES RGB mod is still like waiting to be done. So it's like I'm not even gonna sweat anything else until that is done. So I was like, well, hell, man, this is like a cheap soft mod that I can do. You just flash some data to one of those Game Shark cards that plug into the back of a PlayStation, and it just allows you to burn CDs. So I bought a big spool for the first time in like
Man,
a
a long
long
fucking
time. And I was worried. I was like, these are going to be super expensive now. And they are if you don't look like, if you like buy the first one.
All of the Gen Z workers at Walmart are like, the what?
What are these? Yeah. So,
Are those like old iPods?
oh man, that makes me feel old.
That they come with the wheel?
Right.
Is that what that is?
Baby
Verbatim?
Yeah, man. So I've been playing Ape Escape, which is a game that I legally own and purchased, but had never played. It's very good. It's as good as I always heard it was. So I've been enjoying that.
Hell yeah. No, that's very cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's been
cool.
fun. It's been fun.
So now we replay Suikoden. Can you put your Suikoden 1 data on it? So when you do Suikoden 2, it uploads your game?
I'm trying to remember what I played Suikoden 1 on. I can't remember what I played it on. But maybe? I don't know. I haven't done the research on that. I might just... Suikoden's pretty short, so I might just play through Suikoden again.
You could beat it like... Just using a guide to make sure you got every character. Like, you could do it easily in like... I bet like 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah, that's not too bad. The hardest part is probably just going to be remembering all the things. So yeah, I definitely have to use a guide. But yeah, man, I'm ready to do Suikoden 2 essentially whenever we're ready to do that.
Hell yeah.
I now have the capabilities of doing that. On my legally backed up ISO. Yep. What have you been up to?
I got my Heat 16 clear in Hades. So I got the second of Skelly's trophies, and
Nice, man.
I have one more achievement to get, and then I'm done.
I didn't realize you were playing that still.
Yeah, I just wanted to play it. I'm in that Dusa posting. I still see good posts and Dusa posts. It's like, oh fuck, man!
It makes you want to play,
I want
right?
to play it.
Yeah.
I'll do one run here.
Word.
I'll do one run here.
I'm with you, man. Every now and then I'll see a post too, and it's like, man, I miss Hades. And that goes back to like when we were talking with Coco about that. I mean, it goes back to what we were saying, where I feel like Hades is a game that you can set down, not play it for a couple weeks or a couple months, and then come back, pick it up, and
you're
doing it again.
Yeah, didn't even miss a step. So I got my clear with the twin fists.
Nice.
I had a build using had the Poseidon dash, Aphrodite's heartbreak on attack, and Hangover on special, and just use that privilege status and just tore through shit.
Nice.
It's like, man, now I wish I was streaming. I'd like to do the fists and a good flashy Poseidon run and beat Extreme Measures Hades.
Yeah.
Because I've also beat him with Excalibur. And that was much harder.
Yeah.
I was out of Death Defiances. I had like 10 hit points left when I finally got him. Like much, much closer than
than
my dodge builds.
Did you unlock that achievement that like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like not achievement, but like on this Switch version they have like titles when you finish the run. Like there's one that I got when I finished. I think I beat Hades with 1 hit point, and it said like the title of the run was something like I can't remember, like
that's
by the
awesome.
skin of your teeth kind of deal, like something along that line.
I do like those. Like, well, I think on that one I just went balls out hit points.
Yeah.
So I had like 475 when I went in to fight him. So it was like Minotaur's toughness or whatever was my clear for it. But I did that. Our very expensive calling service has went through. And,
good.
And so disclaimer for the calls, there were a lot to go through.
Yeah.
So basically, if it was hard to understand, if it was very difficult to understand you, we had to clear those out.
We were left with 8 calls.
We left with 8 calls.
Of those 8 calls, half of them were racist. So we're down to 4 calls.
Well, do you know who called a lot with just perfect call clarity?
Beloved Adam is my
Beloved
guess.
Adam.
Yeah,
So it's a lot of Beloved Adam.
We haven't heard from Beloved Adam in a while.
true, yeah.
You know, let's look. I got to be honest with you. Like, I feel like the tide has turned on Beloved Adam.
Now that he's showing up in your stream, people are like, "Oh, he's not so bad."
Even before then, I mean, like there are definitely 2 camps. There's a Beloved Adam camp and there's a non-Beloved Adam camp, and I feel like the Beloved Adam camp has grown, and it is strong. I think it's because we put a lot less emphasis on calls. So it's like we don't do them anymore, so people don't care. You know what I mean?
Nor do they call anymore.
right. Which makes total sense. Which makes total sense. But I think the longer it goes without an all call show, I think people are like, we miss Beloved Adam.
Yeah.
So, and probably coming in the chat. That probably helps too. But, before then even, because that's kind of like a new development.
Yeah.
But before that even, several people had mentioned to me where it's like, I like the Beloved Adam calls. And I'm like, me too. Because like
really
you
good.
just said, the call quality is always good.
Yep.
He's a nice guy.
Yep.
Has nice things to say. Feels very like,
He sucks our dick so well.
it's great. I love
So
it.
well.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah.
I lie awake at night sometimes waiting for that.
He's got the softest boy pussy, that Beloved Adam.
And his calls usually generate good conversation.
They have a
between
funny
us.
story
Yeah.
and then a question that generates good
Yeah.
discussion.
So I guess what we're trying to say is, if you're looking to get a call played on the show,
Do all that.
do those things. Yeah, do those things. Go through your checklist. Did I do this?
Do I sound good? Yes.
Yeah.
Did I suck dick? Yep.
Uh-huh.
Was I funny? Absolutely. Ask a good question always.
Firing on all cylinders. Yeah, that's
The
way to do it.
quadrumvirate.
Yeah. Shit, damn it, I called them inside my aquarium. Fuck.
Fuck. I mean, I did suck the shit out of that dick though, but man, it did not sound good. Fuck.
Look, sometimes it's not about how hard you suck it.
Yeah, you're right. It's about how slow.
Sometimes it is.
Slow.
Sometimes it's about eye contact. Sometimes there's a lot of factors that go in. There are different ways you can make a sandwich, is what I'm trying to say.
I also, so the bad news.
Oh, fuck.
So the master bedroom in my house has a very small water closet of a bathroom in it. Like, it is just barely narrow enough for a sink and then a toilet right in front of it. Super small.
Yeah. I peed in there.
Like,
I know. Yeah.
Like, it's listed, I'd be listed on Zillow as having like 1.5 bath. It's like really an eighth bath. Yeah.
Because it is like the toilet on one wall, you turn around and there's the sink.
Yep.
And that's pretty much. And then
If I were to gain 20 more pounds, I couldn't get in the room, probably.
it is a small room.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
But it's
very
very
small.
convenient. It was super convenient when we were recording there.
Yeah, turn off to the side. Just turn on a little bit. Pee right there.
I'm guessing less convenient now.
Yes. Well, because now we turned the garage into the bedroom, the new master, and then gave Choco Chica and Kenna, since they were sharing it, gave them the bigger room. So they have that. But they hate that bathroom. They will not use it. They hate it. Door just stays shut.
I mean, to be fair, it is haunted.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So when something happens in that, and they put like their fan and a bunch of stuff in front of that door,
Like that blocks it.
that blocks it.
Yeah.
So didn't know for a long time until like their fan kept falling over. Okay, well, there's a big bump under the door here, and I stamp it down.
Fuck,
open up
it
the
is
door.
haunted.
Yeah.
Oh shit, girls, run!
So apparently the toilet started leaking pretty badly in there. So I get in there, I turn the water off. I call my dad. He's like, all right. Well, because the same thing happened in the other bathroom. We had to tear up the floor and redo it, took the shower out, put it in a bathtub, did a whole bunch of shit. So he's like, oh, that's a small, be kind of cramped. That shouldn't be so bad. Just turn it off and let it dry out, and I'll come, we'll fix it sometime. Not a big hurry. No one goes in there.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. So that's what I did. I I didn't think about it for a really, really long time until I went to go into that room, and then the bedroom door in the hallway was suddenly really hard to open.
The bedroom door?
The bedroom door.
Bedroom door.
Yeah.
The bedroom
And I
door.
noticed there's a hump in the carpet in the hallway.
Oh, shit. Now the hallway's haunted.
Yeah.
We got a real frighteners experience on our hands here.
So then
God.
I called my dad to tell him. He comes in, checks it out. He's just like, I thought you turned the water off. I was like, I did turn the water off. We pry open that door. It's just disgusting in there. He's like, oh no, water's still going. So
How long?
months and months.
That's a long
and
time.
months.
That's a long time.
I mean, so it's what was like, I mean, 3 feet maybe is how wide across that little room is.
Yeah.
And it was at least like 4 feet out that there is like water damage to everything. Like Melissa and I got a box cutter and we were cutting up the carpet. It's just destroyed with water damage.
Yeah.
So
None of the girls were like, hey, man.
oh no, they're gross.
Hey,
They're so gross with their spoiled milk and cereal
Oh,
and
no.
old sandwiches and
Oh,
shit.
no.
Like, of course they're not going to smell it. Of course. And if they do, they think, oh, we made a mess. We don't want to tell them.
Right, yeah.
Because it's probably something, we probably spilled rotten milk in the floor.
Right.
We don't want to tell them.
No. Oh, man.
So, yeah.
Are the joists okay? Because that's kind of like a concern with that kind of stuff, you know?
I bet not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
like
is there? I'm sure there's water under the house, or there was.
oh, yeah, had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
That's not
Yep.
good.
So,
The reason I asked about the joist is because, like, our bathroom is, like, the floor in our bathroom is pretty damaged. Like, we've got, like, some water got underneath, from the tub, got underneath, I guess, the laminate or whatever. So the subfloor, like, I can feel some weak points in the floor here. Careful where you step, son.
oh, man, it's like a little mini trampoline. That's not good.
Yeah, yeah. So when your guy is done fixing your shit, let him know
Yep.
that I need help.
He got some more work for you.
Yeah, please.
I mean, so like the 10th Doctor says on that Water on Mars episode, water always wins.
That's a good episode.
It's an amazing episode.
Yeah, that's a really good episode. I haven't thought about it in a long time.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't watched Doctor Who in years.
Oh yeah, I've watched the first season of the 12th Doctor, and I haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
I need to watch his tenure, watch the 13th Doctor. I just haven't. I don't watch TV like that
I
anymore.
fell off. Yeah, I fell off.
I don't watch any show like that anymore.
No. Yeah, me neither. Nikki and I we've been watching The Great Pretender, one episode per work day at lunch. And that's been awesome. Like, that's been really, really good. It's, I know we've talked about this on the show before, but man, like, I don't like to binge shows, man. Like, cause it's just a whole lot of shit to take in at once. And then I feel
You forget it.
I forget it. I do. I feel like I don't remember, like, it
Yep.
doesn't leave a mark on me.
Nope.
Like
Mother 3. I played that in the course of like 2 days. Remember a fucking thing.
yeah. It's pretty much like any RPG that I play for the show. Or on, like, because it's like,
We're not missing anything yet. Wouldn't say I'm missing it, Bob. Melissa and I did watch a very good documentary.
Yeah.
HBO did it. Andre the Giant, the world's greatest drinker.
oh, what? No, I didn't know about
Oh
this.
man, it's so good. It's a few years old, but fuck, man, it is a really good documentary, just chronicling everything about Andre the Giant, like from when he was a kid to when he sort of developed his gigantism, and then what he wanted to do to make money, and then that he was the best drinker who ever lived. Like the night Ric Flair's talking about the night he had 128 beers.
Was it just because of the sheer size of his organs?
Yeah, I think he
mean-
was so big and he loved alcohol so much. Like he would have bottles of wine every night. Like, and you see his hand holding a beer bottle, and it's nuts.
Like how does it look like hotel shampoo or whatever?
Yeah, it does. And like, of course, yeah, I can see where to him, yeah, I could drink 128 of these, no
Right,
problem.
Yeah. Wow.
So like how it like minimum, whenever he wanted to have beer, he had a case minimum.
That's got to be a wild life to live, right? Because I mean, it's like if you have that condition, like I'm going to die pretty young.
No, he did.
Right.
And he did.
And most people...
He died young, and he knew it. He talked about it.
He knew about it.
He knew, like, I'm dying.
But, isn't that I can't even imagine living that way, you know? Because it's like, on one hand, it's like, that's horrible to, like, have this... It's like someone casts doom on you.
And to see, like, because he was so incredibly big and strong.
Yeah.
But it did not take long for the weight to destroy his joints. So he went from being tremendously, unbelievably strong to, in The Princess Bride, whenever Buttercup jumps out the window and he catches her, she's on strains because he cannot hold her weight up.
Shit.
He can't, like, Robin Wright Penn is fucking 90 pounds in that movie, and he can't hold her.
Well, I wouldn't be able to either, but I'm not a giant.
He goes from that to, like, when he was early WWF, whenever they were in their territory era or whatever, just like picking up 300-pound dudes and just fucking throwing them around like they were nothing. So
wow. Did he die shortly after Princess Bride? Like, what was like?
He had a few more years. Like, he died. They had the big WrestleMania 3 or something like that, where it was him and Hulk Hogan.
They made a third one of those?
Yeah, I know, right? So derivative at that point. So that was him sort of passing the torch on to Hulk Hogan, because that was the first time he had become a heel. Like, he was always the face.
Yeah.
So he was a heel to Hulk Hogan, and like that match, everyone loved it, but they kind of explained to you, like, he can't lift Hulk Hogan. He cannot do moves. He cannot do anything.
He's
Hulk,
Dan from Street Fighter at this point.
pretty much. And how Hulk Hogan they have the match sort of around Andre's limitations, but it's so built up and they're such big personalities that it goes over so well. But like the big crux is just like where Andre just hugs Hulk Hogan for a long time to choke him out, because he can't do anything but wrap his arms around him.
Yeah.
So it was interesting and heartbreaking, and it was really good.
It sounds really good. Do they mention Andore from Final Fight?
Oh yeah, and yeah. There's a 45-minute.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Then it's watchable.
Yeah. Because they do about 20 minutes on Andre the Giant and then 40 minutes on Andore.
Good. Because I was about to say, otherwise it's unwatchable. I just can't. The whole time I'd be like, Nikki and I'd be watching, and I'd look over and be like, I bet they're gonna talk about Andore like in a minute.
Any minute now.
Just wait for it.
But there were stories about how he would drink until he blacked out, and wherever he passed out, you couldn't move him.
Well, sure.
You literally couldn't get him anywhere. So he would just hotel lobby floors, like just put a blanket over him. He'll wake up in the morning. You can't get him up.
It's like fucking what, Gulliver's Travels or whatever. He just wakes up and just tiny people surrounding him.
I didn't realize how bad it was when he had to do international travel. Because, I mean, back then, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, little bitty ass planes, he couldn't fit in the bathroom on any of them. He was too big to fit in any bathroom, or he had to take up two seats, and he just had to just hold it, for 12 hours.
Damn.
Internet, and it was just, travel was super, super hard on him.
Yeah, I believe it.
But he died. Is he from France?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
think France. And then he died there going home. And then his ashes are buried in North Carolina, like a farm, a big ranch that he owned that he loved. Because there's footage of him like shirtless riding a 4-wheeler. Looks like he's on a fucking tricycle,
like the Shriners or whatever in the parade.
Yeah. I can't recommend that to anyone to watch that. It's like Melissa does not like wrestling, but she thoroughly enjoyed the documentary.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, I mean,
it's really good.
He kind of like, I don't like wrestling either, really. Like, I don't have anything against it. I just don't really know that much about it. Never watched it as a kid. Yeah. It's not one of those things where it's like, I don't hate it. I just don't have really an experience with it. And I feel like I'm at the point now where it's like, I'm too old to get into that.
Yeah.
But like he like transcends that, you know what I mean?
Oh,
because I mean, he's like one of those people where it's like, yeah, man, I can respect what he did, and outside of that, can respect what he did. So
yeah, and like Rob Reiner and Billy Crystal are talking about like spending time with them and shit like that. Like, it's so
Cool.
damn, so good.
That sounds really good. I'm glad you watched that. That sounds good.
And so I've watched half of Class Action Park, another documentary.
I thought you watched all of that.
I watched some of the people talking about it on YouTube, not the
Oh, okay.
actual documentary.
Oh, okay.
So I watched half of the real documentary.
Then why watch it?
There's plenty more
Oh, okay.
stuff. There's
All right.
plenty more fucked up stuff.
Like, dude, I'm at the point in my life where it's like, well, someone on YouTube explained it to me half-assed. All right, check that off my list. Might as well. I watched it. I fucking watched it.
Yeah. You said, yeah.
Do I know enough about this to have a conversation with a normal person? Yep. All right.
If they haven't seen it, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, all right, that's all I got.
I have one more thing.
Yes.
Banisher Dane has put together an unofficial TADPOG trivia contest. We need you guys to get your results and answer these questions. Backlog Banisher Dane has taken the time to procure prizes for this contest. So I implore you, if you consider yourself a TADPOG aficionado, which I know everybody here does, go to tinyurl.com/TADPOG trivia and try to answer the questions that are there. I wasn't able to do it. I was able to answer
Neither was I.
one question I was able to answer.
Are you ready to talk about Daffy Duck, the Martian missions?
The Marvin missions.
Fuck, man.
I am.
Damn it.
I am ready.
I was trying really hard.
I know.
I failed.
I know. Well, it's a bad name.
The Marvin mission.
Why they didn't name this game Duck Dodgers is absolutely beyond me. The only thing I can think of, because that was really bothering me last night. I'm trying to sleep. Just kidding. And I was like, man.
Dave doesn't try to sleep. He tries to stay awake and fails eventually.
Pretty much. Yeah, exactly. There is I guess they did it because they didn't have faith that people would realize that that's Daffy Duck, which I think is kind of silly because that's Daffy Duck.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been around since the 30s, man.
They can say Daffy Duck in Duck Dodgers. Fucking go that route then.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, the Marvin mission, maybe they wanted you to know that Marvin the Martian is in this game.
Does Michael Jordan palm his head like a basketball?
Like on the shirt that I wore in middle school to pass as don't beat this guy up. He hasn't seen Space Jam, but he won't admit that because if he does, we're going to beat his ass. So I'll wear that shirt. I wish I could find, I might ask my mom. There's a photograph of me and a Chi-Chi's circa, I don't know, man, circa 19 whatever. And I've got a big Chi-Chi's sombrero on, a plate of shitty Mexican food in front of me, and I'm wearing that shirt, that white Space Jam shirt, Michael Jordan.
That's beautiful.
Palming Marvin the Martian.
That has to be the art for your interview episode.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, and then I guess I should text my mom right now. Man, she has
we have like 10 more episodes to go before we're done.
At least 10.
And do our,
at least 10.
Do our interview episodes. For Blake to fly in.
Yes. My mom has so much random shit from my childhood that it is ridiculous because every now and then Henry will show me something and it's like he's found some relic. And I look at it and I'm like, this is mine. Where did you get this? I forgot this small, tiny plastic turtle that was once green, but I loved it and played with it so much that green paint wore off to reveal this fleshy, disgusting pink color. I remember that freaking me out as a kid. Why did Mom have?
Mom, my turtle's pink. You're what? I rubbed my turtle. Now it's pink.
Why did Graham keep this? I don't know.
It's like what? Because my mom still has my baby teeth, one of my first hairs. I'm pretty sure she has Ryan's foreskin in a baby book somewhere.
No way.
She has the string from where they circumcised me, where they would just tie a little bit of twine around it. but I think she might actually have Ryan's foreskin somewhere.
Is that how they do it?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know, because Henry's uncircumcised. I don't remember. I'm circumcised, but I don't remember it. It was a long time ago.
Jack was having a shunt revision when they did his too, so I don't
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Huh. Yeah, that's not how I envisioned it with twine. I thought it involved like a guillotine or something.
Bring in the child penis guillotine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they bunched it up on the end and tied it off with twine.
Like they're castrating a pig or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. How does that heal?
Different colors.
Yeah, well, confirmed. Which, of course, leads us into Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions, a game about circumcision, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I thought this was one long, weird segue.
Marvin's what they call circumcision in the Looney Tunes universe.
Oh, man.
Getting a Marvin.
Yeah, you Marvined or unmarvined? Oh, man.
You hear that, Dave?
I do hear that. It sounds like a whole bunch of Martians screaming out in pain simultaneously, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Okay, guys, this is a weird one because it's like, where do you start? Do you start with Duck Dodgers? Do you start with specifically this video game? Am I stalling for time because I had the wrong thing pulled up? Yes.
I remember enjoying the cartoon when I watched it. I remember there being a whole lot of them.
There are, so the original short, there's the original short, which came out, I think, sometime in the 50s. And then there are at least 3 others that they did, which, in my opinion, progressively worse. Leading up to the last one, which is literally, I think it's called Superior Duck. These are all on HBO Max because they've got the Looney Tunes license.
Oh, okay.
So I watched all the ones that I could find. Thanks, Doc. And the Superior Duck is just like, it's Duck Dodgers, but then like Foghorn Leghorn shows up, and then they just keep rolling the cameos in. They're not playing a role. Like, that's the fun thing about Duck Dodgers to me, is it's Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, but they're actors. They're playing characters. So it's this like meta fictional kind of like thing going on where it's like, that's cool. They are playing characters. But then when you just throw in Foghorn Leghorn, it's like, is he playing himself? This illusion is shattered.
Did I say, son, did you not know I'm an immortal being?
It's the 24th and a half century. What's he doing alive still?
Yeah, exactly. I say, Cthulhu Fataganali.
All right, next Call of Cthulhu game that you run, can it please be Looney Tunes themed?
Yes.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Daffy Duck: The Marvin Missions is an action video game for the Super NES. A different Game Boy game was released with the same title in North America, with the European Game Boy version known as Daffy Duck, and the Japanese Game Boy version known as Looney Tunes Series: Daffy Duck. They did not know what to
Looney
name
Tunes,
this.
that black duck.
The one with the white ring around his neck? That one. No one knew what to name this game. It doesn't matter what country you were in. It was the game involves Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century, as told in the classic Looney Tunes stories created by Chuck Jones. When he is hit, Duck Dodgers says some of Daffy Duck's lines from the 1950s cartoons, like "Mother," "Duck Dodgers," and "Ho hoo."
I heard "Mother" a lot.
Uh-huh.
It was practically Danzig the way I heard "Mother" so many times.
Wow, thank you. That was a good one.
I make that joke a lot to Melissa, and she just looks at me.
She
she'll like stub her toe and go, "Oh, Mother!"
Yeah.
And I'll go, "Mother!" Or "Okay, Danzig," and she's like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
So where do you know that song from?
Jacob.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just curious.
It was on the city game track list for one of the regions.
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember the one song that was played over and over again.
Shimmy Shimmy Ya.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was the theme.
There is there's a version of that song. There's a cover of that I'm gonna have to send you because it would have worked really well in your halfling district, I think. Because it's essentially imagine a Kids Bop version of that song.
The murderous Kids Bop version.
Right. It's not Kids Bop, but it might as well be. That's Henry's been turned on to Lil Jon
Nice.
by proxy of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Because I guess they covered it in one of their movies, maybe. They covered a Lil Jon song. I believe it's called Turn Down for What? And so we have we have a Google speaker. So it's like when he wants to hear a song, he'll ask for it and it'll play it. And then so we've been listening to a lot of the Lil Jon version because that's the one it defaults to, which is fine. There's nothing. I mean, I can see why Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like, for all I know, he wrote that song for that movie for them to cover. You know, it's for a Lil Jon song. It's very kid friendly.
What? Shit. 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 What?
So that's been our jam in the house recently.
I still like that Lil Jon Lazy Town song.
Yeah, that's
still fucking good.
That's a great video. Do you like Daffy Duck?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with Daffy
Yeah,
Duck.
are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Like, well, if you were to give Daffy Duck a beard, what kind of beard would it be?
I look back on all Looney Tunes, and it's just like I guess they're okay beard.
So let me ask you a question then, because Looney Tunes, all of Looney Tunes, you give an okay beard. This came up in chat when I was streaming this. Resting Twitch Face, aka another John, he mentioned that Disney cartoons were trash tier compared to Looney Tunes. And what are your thoughts on that?
I agree.
Really interesting.
Except for I like the old like Steamboat Willie, like Mickey Mouse shit.
Yeah,
I really like that. Or the new Mickey Mouse shit is actually like pretty
it's really
entertaining.
good. Any non-racist cartoon from the 30s is pretty good.
Yeah.
But they're hard to find.
Yep. Yep. It's basically, oh man, I guess I'll play Cuphead.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like, man, those cartoons in the 30s where they were just like, we can do what? It's like in the 90s when desktop publishing became a thing, and it's like you just got drop shadows and glow effects and fucking like the Game Enhancer 9 box. Man, I took a photo of it. I'll send it to you if you want to see it. It's the best. It's like, hey man, remember the 90s? Because it is like the box is also, how awesome was it that it came in the original box? I mean, the glue was like non-existent anymore, but I guess the person was like, well, I got this box, fold it up, put it in there. It's just a blue sky with an image, like a PNG of the Game Enhancer, and then it's just thin red text with the drop shadow on this text is larger than the text itself. It's awful. It's awful. It's a reminder of what not to do.
You turn it on, and it's a screensaver for Johnny Castaway, where he's just sitting on the island, coconut falls on his head. He makes a paper airplane. What's he gonna do? Get off that island.
I don't know. I always like the Disney cartoons. My mom used to record those when we get the Disney trial, the Disney Channel trial.
Oh yeah.
You know, the free weekend or whatever.
Yep.
Stock up on VHS tapes. Record.
Yep.
Because we're not going to buy it. These tapes are going to have to last.
See, I'm trying to think of cartoons that I did really like. Like, I remember watching Looney Tunes, but I didn't seek them out.
Yeah. They were big on Nickelodeon there for a minute. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They pushed them real hard. They had I guess they were out of programming because they're like, here's 2 hours of Looney Tunes, kids.
Here, one episode's Lucha Shorts, 4 hours of Looney Tunes. Because I just remember, like, I guess I like the scarier ones. I remember the big furry monster or whatever.
Gossamer.
Yeah,
he's in Duck Dodgers.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. He makes sense in Duck Dodgers.
Yeah.
I guess other stuff was a lot like Looney Tunes are pretty timeless. Like Ken can watch Looney Tunes now and could probably still appreciate them. Oh well, Roadrunner and Coyote. I loved Roadrunner and Coyote.
Yeah.
I can't say anything else like I remember fucking loving. And I guess I liked the more age appropriate spinoffs of Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, Pirates of Dark Water, Captain N and the Game Master. Like those are the cartoons that stand out to me that I remember really enjoying.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes is always like nothing else is on, this'll do.
I feel that. I do. I feel that. And when it's interesting that you bring up like Tailspin and Rescue Rangers and stuff like that because that's part of the Disney afternoon block. But I don't consider it's weird. I don't when someone says Disney cartoons, those don't come to mind.
Yeah,
like the
don't.
old stuff like with Mickey and Donald and all that like come to mind.
Like and then I guess even the old Disney, like I still have fun memories. I love the one where Donald Duck gets those pills that make his voice sound really good. He becomes a salesman.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I fucking love that cartoon.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I do like old Disney cartoons more than I like the old Looney Tunes stuff. Maybe. Okay. Found something new today. Something that awoken something inside of me.
Well, what's wild is like all of these studios have gone through so many different eras, you know, where it's like it's hard to compare them because it's like, well, I mean, there's an era of Disney cartoons that are bad, and there's an era of Looney Tunes cartoons that are just the worst. I mean, like there are definitely some really bad parts of Looney Tunes where it's like, man, this is like I can't believe they made this, you know. But yeah, like all the early stuff I think is really good. And it's weird that you say that they're timeless because I agree to a point. I agree. But there was a Duck Dodgers series that I don't know where it originally aired, but this was like I think in the mid 2000s that ran for 2 seasons. And I was like, well, shit, I'd kind of like to watch at least a little bit of this. For the show to have some kind of like point of reference so I can at least mention it. The title, the best thing about this show is the intro music because it's Tom Jones and the Flaming Lips. And it's like what the fuck? It's so weird and bizarre. And like all the art is very like 60s like style where you like, they're kind of like, or 50s style really. They're hearkening back to Buck Rogers, which I've never watched in my life, so I don't know. But it like harkens back to that style at least, where it's all this like really cool, like sketchy looking stuff. It's all like with the, you know, in the different color blocks, and it's like, wow, this is great. This is gonna be awesome. And then the cartoon started, and I was like, it's okay. Yeah. It's not bad, but it's okay. So back to you saying that they're timeless, I agree to a point, but in order to watch this, I had 2 options. In order to watch Duck Dodgers, I could either rent or buy individual episodes on Amazon for like $3 a pop, or I could do a 7-day free trial on Boomerang. And it's like, well, even if I forget to cancel this, I will. It'll cost me $5, and that's cheaper than buying 2 episodes of this on Amazon.
It's true.
And once that first bill hits, it's like, oh, right, shit, yeah, I got to cancel that. Right.
Delete. Yep.
That experience was... the fucking app icon for that was like, oh shit, I gotta hide this on like the 4th screen. No one can see this. Like it was like a shameful, like it was like a shameful feeling where it's like, this is some boomer ass shit I have on my phone. I gotta go.
All right, shout out to the subreddit Boomer Hentai.
What? Is this a real thing?
It's a real subreddit. And it's so fucking funny.
How do I not know about this yet?
So funny.
What is it?
So, you know, it's all boomer humor.
Is it all Stanley from The Office?
Well, it is like the weird, I mean, clearly boomer jokes, but like drawings of women with tits down to the floor and shit like that. And, you know, Adam and Eve with their privates out and telling boomer jokes and shit like that.
So like the old, like, I mean, I hate to say this because some of these are really good. Some of those Playboy cartoons are really good, but like some of those, like really old ones,
right?
Yeah,
only much artistic style, yes. Humor, not so much.
Gotcha.
But it is like absolutely like Man, I scrubbed through Boomer Hentai for a while, just laughing at how ridiculous
I'm
it
so
is.
glad you told me about it. I didn't know it existed.
And like the show.
Yeah, please put it in the show notes. God, I love this. I'm resisting temptation right now to go to the Boomer Hentai right now.
I mean, because just then, one of my last interactions with one of my bosses, who is a boomer, was showing me, he's like, oh, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And it absolutely was some Boomer Hentai. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
But I also, speaking of Looney Tunes again, though, the Now Hear This, where the guy finds the Satan's horn.
Yeah, that's a great.
That I fucking
It's a great
love.
short. Yeah, it's probably one of the best. That and the one where Bugs Bunny is drawing all the shit on Daffy, which I can never remember the name of that one.
Yep.
But that's a really good one too.
So I guess it's a mixed bag. Honestly, I can't say I like one more than the other. I think they're pretty much the same.
And they had this run of like Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, where like they did these buddy comedies essentially. Like Duck Dodgers is just one of them because they also did. I don't know if you remember the Robin Hood one, but like that was.
Yeah,
I mean that one I think was like one of the last ones that they did. But they did other ones as well. But like those are the like Duck Dodgers and the Robin Hood ones stick out in my mind.
Yeah,
and I think they did them all like in the 50s. And it's like, it's really neat that they did that because it's like, it started out, Daffy Duck's first appearance, started out with like Porky Pig hunting him because they didn't have an Elmer Fudd at the time, I guess. So it's just like Porky Pig. And Porky Pig was like the big Looney Tune. Like he was like the big draw. And then Daffy Duck, when they introduced him, people were like, "Cause
look at this fat stuttering pig, everybody. Here's our star. We're mocking people."
Well, they're like, because like Porky Pig was kind of like cute and lovable. And it's like at the time when Daffy Duck first appeared, like no studio was doing the like wacky, like crazy bounce around kind of shit. So it's like the audiences loved them. So they're like, well, I guess we got a new main character, and that's Daffy Duck. So they just started making Daffy Duck short after Daffy Duck short. And then, of course, eventually everyone started doing that. And so he had no edge anymore.
Yep.
And then Bugs Bunny comes around.
He got Seinfelded.
Totally. He got Seinfelded.
Well, he had a lot of good content. Do you know what's some bad Daffy Duck content?
What?
This game, Daffy Duck.
I disagree.
The Marvin missions.
I like this game.
Oh my God.
I think this is a good game.
Oh, I did not. Man, I did not.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I did not.
Well, I know when I came over, you were playing the first level.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And you were,
I played the first level for an hour.
I was like, hey, man, how's it going? You're like,
Yeah.
I was like, is this game related or is everything okay?
When I spend an hour on a game and I'm like on the third section of the first level, fuck that.
Yeah. I liked it. I think we should explain what it is.
On paper, it sounds good. I feel like this could have been a really good game with a few changes.
All right, explain to me how this game is communism.
On paper, yeah. Absolutely. So you're Daffy Duck. So you first you have some money. You get a mission. You get to spend your money on various guns or fuel, lives, continues, whatever.
Which I think is neat.
That is neat.
You get
I agree.
right out the gate. There's a store where you can buy things,
and you collect more money for the level, so you can buy more guns. They have a variety of like 5 different styles of guns that do different things you can get. That's cool.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Then when you start playing the game looks good. It looks like a cartoon. Like I'm good with that. It sounded, I could recognize everything Looney Tunes about it. Sound was good.
Yeah.
So like you said, Daffy Duck had the zany thing going for him that no one else was doing. He controls like he's fucking zany.
He's
so
fast.
To me, that does not work.
He's fast.
He's fast and he's slippery and he's floaty and you jump really fucking high and really fucking far.
He controls like Luigi from Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah.
That's like the closest analogy that I can get because it's like he does jump high.
Luigi in the ice world.
Well,
I mean, I was landing in lava. I was landing on people. Like, I did not have interaction with a single enemy that I did not get hit.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
Well, he is a little slippery. There is an ice world. But yeah, I think he controls. This is a platformer, by the way, an action platformer. There is you play as Daffy Duck, as Duck Dodger.
Sure.
And yeah, it's a platformer where it gives me Earthworm Jim vibes in that there are a bunch of different guns, like you mentioned. There's one gun that has infinite ammo, and then there's like
it sucks.
yeah, I mean it has infinite ammo, so I mean that's its biggest. That's its biggest draw. There's a freeze gun, which I think is neat because you can freeze enemies, and then switch to another gun and shoot them to death. There's an electricity gun. There is a
spread gun.
A spread gun, yeah, a 3-way gun, I think they call it. Giggity.
Menage a gun.
Baby. And then there is the antimatter gun, which is like the strongest gun in the game. So that gave me Earthworm Jim vibes because that's another thing in Earthworm Jim is like you get all these different guns that do different things. Also, this is a platformer with huge levels. There are huge levels. They're non-linear. So
you have a jetpack to explore them.
You do have a jetpack that does require fuel.
And I feel like that's a very cool element. I like that element a lot. You know, it made up for some of the platforming elements to me, like the leaps of faith and shit like that. They were tempered knowing you have a jetpack.
As long as you have fuel.
Yep.
And I do think that the biggest weakness, the biggest disappointment for me is that the jetpack feels really good and it's fun, but it requires fuel that is, it's very hard to come by. And then it gets frustrating because as you go through the level, you will see areas with power-ups, like health, that you desperately need, that you could access, but only if you had the fuel for your jetpack.
And I feel like you have enough in the level just to barely push you up high enough to get every secret. Like just enough, if you know exactly where they are, just barely tap your jetpack to get you up there. And then don't do it anymore. Don't have fun wizarding the level with it. Just a little bit, just to get you that platform you can't quite jump to and get your secret.
That checks out. I feel, I don't know that, but that seems right. Yeah, because they're not very generous with fuel. Like you can find it in the level.
Yeah, not very much.
But it's pretty rare to find it. And I do think it's a shame because it is fun to fly around with the jetpack. It feels like it kind of controls like the bee suit in Little Nemo, the Dream Master, except instead of having to rapidly press the button to flap the wings, you just hold it down. But as far as like it feels like that. Where it's like the moment you take your finger off the button, you start to like fall as if you were coming down off the apex of a jump.
Yep.
And that feels really good, and that's fun. Then you can pick it back up before you hit the floor. I love that. I just wish they would let you do more of it. Yeah.
Let's do more of the fun thing instead of the most minimal amount of the fun thing you can do.
Well, see, I like the platforming. I do think that.
See, I thought the jumping was hard for me to precisely jump because you go so high and so far.
You do.
And then when you're firing your gun, you go backwards.
Yeah, there are gun physics.
Like I fell off into lava so many times trying to do all the fucking hits it takes to kill an enemy and then ride off into the lava.
But you can do fun shit with that gun, though.
Yeah.
With those gun physics. If you combine it with the jetpack and face the opposite direction you want to go and just shoot, you can propel yourself with the gun.
Yeah.
There are areas in the game where if you duck and shoot, you can access little narrow passageways and stuff that would be too narrow for you to walk through.
Okay.
So it seems like something that they did intentionally. I liked it, but I could see where, there are definitely situations where it kind of sucked because it's like if you're standing next to lava and you fire your gun, you're probably going to wind up in that lava. Like it doesn't knock you back so far, but it's just enough where it's like, well, I have to shoot this enemy 5 times to kill it. Do I have the amount of space? Do I have 5 shots worth of space between me and this lava? But then I also feel like they're very forgiving with with the lava because it's like it's not an instant kill.
Right. And you do have a fair amount of health and a fair amount of lives.
It's still hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard. The best tip I got was from Snesh Drunk talking about this game because there's also a shield button.
Yes.
So he was like, walk up to an enemy immediately. As soon as you can, pull out your shield. Once they hit it, drop it, fire off a few rounds, bring your shield back up.
Absolutely.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. Dr. Drunk in chat had to remind me that the shield was there because I normally, when I play a game, I'm super aggressive. I just want to kill things. That's the fun, is to kill things and get through it as fast as possible. Like that, I don't like using shields. I don't like waiting. I just want to fucking destroy. And that's not, the speed run time on this is like 15 minutes. So clearly you can do it.
Yeah.
And that's glitchless. That's just like, wow. But like, I don't know. So it's never in my mind, oh, use a shield. But you absolutely, I feel like you need to do it in this game.
So I eventually, the level I was in for fucking ever. And when I finally died and was out of everything, it was like, okay, fuck it, I'm not going back to this. Was so early on. I hadn't even gotten the first boss yet. And I ran out of jet fuel.
Yeah.
And the level was so big, and I had to platform my way around it. And everything looked the same. It's all brown rocks and lava with these giant green bird monsters who are the perfect height to you. So it's like no matter what I do, I duck, I'm hit. I stand, I'm hit. I jump. Well, I jump too far, and I hit them. I can't go. They're so big. They're in hallways. You can't get by them. So every time I encountered one, I got hit. Every time. I
do think so. It does feel like there are enemies that are unfair. But one thing that I think this game does really well, and I think this game is difficult, but I do think it's very forgiving. Kind of going back to the lava isn't instant kill. There are very few things in this game that are instant kill. There are some bottomless pits. Those suck. I hate them. Mainly because usually when you run into them, this game is like, as I said earlier, very nonlinear. You can take different paths to finish the level. So what that means is you're constantly moving up to different segments or moving down. And by that, I mean like several screens worth.
Yeah.
Several screens worth. Like
fast platforms, side to side, up and down.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when you run into a bottomless pit, it's like, oh, I'm not used to falling down a thing and it not scrolling down.
You're not sure what's death and what's you go to the next area. Yeah.
They do give you a map. Like if you press select, I think, or start, one or the other, you get a map, which is
I didn't know that.
Really nice because it doesn't really tell you where you need to go, but at least you can kind of look at the map and be like, okay, well, I see there's kind of this path here. Let me go and check that out. So in that regards, I'm not saying this is a Metroidvania, but
there is backtracking.
But in that regard, it does kind of have this like feel to it, where you
it's
do
a Martianvania.
It is a Martianvania. It's a Marvinvania.
Marvinvania, perfect.
But like one of the ways I feel like this game is very forgiving is if something hits you, you have a long time of
you do have a long invincibility.
Your iframes, they last for a very long time.
Very true.
And my strategy would be, all right, I got hit. Move as fast as I can in the direction that I think I need to go.
Like if an enemy hit me, it's like I'm not gonna sit here and try to kill them.
No, God,
like
no.
you just if you get hit, run as far as you can.
Sometimes an enemy will drop a power up when you kill it, but it's so rare. Like why?
Yep.
You're more likely to just find power ups scattered throughout the level.
Yep. One thing, I didn't make it to a boss, but I watched a boss being fought. I wish, because normally you have to have, if you use your infinite shotgun, then it takes a lot of hits, a lot of hits.
The bosses have like 1 million hit points.
Yeah, I wish, that's why I love like Mega Man bosses. I love being able to see the enemy's health meter or have some sort of understanding of how damaged they are. I feel like it amps up the excitement as opposed to just being a trial and frustration when you don't know how close you were or have any sense of where how far you got.
I understand. I do feel like, and I agree on the point that I feel like the bosses they feel like they are made artificially more difficult by just having them pump hits into these bosses. But I mean, like, for example, the first boss has 3 phases. So I mean, it's like he comes out with like a buzz. It's Marvin the Martian in his spaceship, the Martian maggot, and he's got like this buzzsaw arm. And when you do enough damage, that buzzsaw arm turns into like scissors, and then it turns into a gun. So you do have some kind of indication, but it's just in its different phases. So as instead of it like showing damage or having a health bar, I agree with you. I would love to have those things in the game. I think it would enrich the experience and make it less frustrating. But I mean, it's not like it's
completely A to B.
Right. Yeah. And I do think that this game is a very video game. Like I feel like there's a boss, the whole like second mission, because like the first mission is like in the lava and like this underground subterranean deal. The second mission is on the back of a sea serpent, essentially, for the first part, and it's like this ocean world,
like in Super Turrican 2 when you're running that big sandworm.
yeah. Well, except the sea serpent is stationary, essentially, and the way it works is Marvin the Martian will occasionally fly by, and he'll drop these pellets into the water. And the pellets are insta-grow Martian soldiers, essentially. That's how, like, he uses the watering can earlier to make them grow.
Yeah.
And they just sprout up these big, like, flamingo-looking centurion motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And he'll do that on this water world, and it's just like 3 of these guys will just sprout out and start shooting you, which I think is really cool. I think it's really neat that's how... Like it's not just here's a level, plop, plop, plop enemies. It's like they're thinking of like creative ways to like introduce these enemies and create these set pieces, which I think is really, really neat. And I think is like really interesting in platformers because they do get very samey. And there are levels in this game that are super samey. Like I agree with you. The first mission, like with the lava and all that, it is samey. But like the second area, which is this water world, like there's a boss fight in it where you fight 2-headed serpents that like gave me super ghouls and ghost vibes. And it's like, this is okay. I like this. And then after you beat them, now you're underwater and there's like a series of tubes that you go through. And that gave me, again, Earthworm Jim vibes. So much to the point where I had to look up, did this game come out before Earthworm Jim? And it did, which makes me think that like Earthworm Jim, I think, borrowed from this game because like there's a whole segment, like the whole like tubes under the water thing is like when I first started playing
my least favorite part of Earthworm Jim.
That's a rough one. That's a rough memorize this level kind of thing.
Pod around your little bubble. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like in my research, I didn't find anything that said that, Earthworm Jim was inspired by Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions. But I mean, when you look at them side by side, it's kind of like...
You're right. I
don't know. With the guns and then especially that level.
Did you beat it?
I did beat the game, but I did use a 50 lives cheat code to do it. It took me 48 lives to get to the game.
Damn.
But I wanted to see all the content, and it's more fun for me to play it than it is to watch it on. Yeah, because I'm one of those people. Like I want to play it, even if I'm doing it with water wings on. I want to play it. I finished it. It is difficult. It gets more difficult than that. Like the third mission is an ice stage, which honestly isn't that hard compared to like the first 2. And then the fourth mission is Honey, I Shrunk the Daffy. You get shrunk down on this Amazonian planet, and so it's kind of like you're fighting bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
That one's really hard because they decide you're going to fight a boss at the end of each segment. So you fight this dragonfly, you fight all these different kinds of bugs, and they all have 1,000,000 hit points. And then you eventually fight a giant Marvin the Martian. So you essentially fight his sneakers and like a big
trying
gun.
to stomp you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I do feel like if the bosses didn't have a lot of hit points, I feel like they felt the game wasn't hard enough, and then they just inflated the hit points.
Let's go too far the other way.
Because the patterns are simple, really. Like, I mean, the patterns are really simple. It didn't take me a long time to figure out a lot of the patterns for the bosses. It's just, okay, I know what to do. Now I just need to do it a lot of times and not fuck up. So that's kind of that thing. The
fear of the American rental market.
Yeah, right. Yeah, pretty much. And then there are only 5 missions in the game. The 5th mission is all on Mars. This ties back into me saying some of the levels are very samey. The last level is very samey. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, but I mean, it kind of
fought entirely on the Mars rover.
Right.
When did this come out?
Man, did you know that? I'm glad you brought up the Mars rover. Like one of the most recent Mars rovers, I'd say recent, but most recent, probably not. The mission patches were Duck Dodgers and Marvin the Martian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like official ass like NASA patches. And it's like, okay, that's kind of
Looney Tunes is suing the shit out of NASA.
Yeah, no, that's what happened with NASA.
Well, Mel Brooks or Mel, what's his name?
Blanc.
Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc.
Yeah.
Mel Blanc owns NASA. His estate owns NASA now.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. Cape Canaveral, he owns the whole thing.
Yeah, got it all. Got it all.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. I mean, it's kind of a simple game. I hate to say that because
it's a Looney Tunes game. It should be a simple game.
Yeah.
It really should be.
Yeah, I agree. There's a nutty attack. I don't know if you knew about the nutty attack.
You go nuts.
You press a button, and he does a screen clear, kills he becomes invincible and kills everything on the screen. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah. Do you have any achievements?
I have a few. I have a few achievements that came in from Twitch chat. I've got there were several that came in. Here are my 3 favorites. The first one is Untitled Duck Game, which on achievement title alone, I'm a huge fan of that title. In order to unlock Untitled Duck Game, get the gardener wet and have a picnic. That came in from Postmaster General Damien. The second achievement I have is Rocket Duck burning up his fuel up here alone. In order to unlock that, you run out of fuel while using the jetpack and fall to your death.
Yeah. Okay. Got that one.
Yeah, I got that one as well. That one came in from Captain Vallo. And then the last achievement I have is press X to nut. In order to unlock press X to nut, perform a nutty attack. And that came in from Dr. Drunk,
nice.
a.k.a. Face Full of Alien Wing Wong. Do you have any achievements?
I'm trying to think of what would be a good name for it. Something where you use all your ammo from all your special guns trying to get through the level and just still not being able to do it.
Bunker Hill.
There, all right, done.
Ducker Hill. There you go.
Hill.
Fucking, yeah, it's the best joke I've come up with in my life. I think it's interesting that this game was developed by ICOM. They're the Mac Adventure people. They did like Deja Vu and Shadowgate and Uninvited. They also did a bunch of other Looney Tunes SNES games. Not all of them. They didn't do Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, which, I mean, I got to say is a much worse game, I think, in my opinion, than Daffy Duck.
I remember having any good memories of that whatsoever.
The only good memory I have of Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday is the fact that you go to Wacky Land. There is that Wacky Land level. It's not a good level, but I do like Wacky Land and I do like the dodo. They also did Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally, Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage, Rocco's Modern Life, which we've done. And Nickelodeon Guts.
One day.
So one day. There's an N64 game that was developed by Paradigm Entertainment. Have you heard of them?
No.
I hadn't. I think they developed like 2 games. One of those was Duck Dodgers. And it looks pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
It looks like a I mean, a 3D platformer. So, like, as far as that
An
goes,
N64
you know,
3D platformer.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
You could
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could picture it in your
Oh,
mind.
so well. Oh, so well.
Do you collect like protons and shit? Yeah, you do.
God. Oh.
But as far as that, like, there's a recreation of like the opening to Duck Dodgers. Like, it's all recreated like low poly 3D. That's pretty impressive, honestly. Like, seriously. Yeah.
Well, all right.
I had some questions for you,
Yeah, sweet.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I want to know how much this game is. Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions. If you were to buy it right now, how much would you expect to pay for it?
$17.59.
Tyler, actual retail value of Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions, loose for the Super Nintendo, on price charting, on average, at the time of this recording, is, I never do that in the same order, $11.
Okay.
I think it's worth it. I do.
I don't.
I know you don't. This game surprised me.
Yeah.
I thought this game was going to be pretty awful.
Yeah.
And I know.
And I said, I hear it's supposed to be good. And then we walk away feeling the opposite of each other.
Yeah, that totally is what happened. This one really surprised me. I expected it to be really bad. I played the Game Boy version as well. That is pretty bad. The Game Boy version was developed by Sunsoft. So,
yeah. Here's our last hurrah before bankruptcy. With all our canceled Looney Tunes games we had in the bucket.
Yeah. Tyler, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would give it my saffron red goatee whenever I was shaving and the guard fell off my clippers and I had to just go ahead and give myself a goatee. So disappointed, but it's like, okay, well, a goatee's okay.
Man, now you're going easy on the game.
I'll be okay. I'm not happy with it. No one else is either, but
I dropped my shaving guard in lava.
It's better than no beard. So
Tyler, if you give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would have to give it your glasses pushed up on your nose.
Okay.
So they become opaque but shiny in a victory pose.
Like menacing anime glasses.
Yeah, but not like menacing, but like, haha, success.
Well, just because I liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Just because you like
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I really beat it or anything.
it. You mean, that's fine.
I used the code. Although I think that I could, like, after like using the code as a crutch, it's like, okay, well, now I know what to do. I might be able to do this.
If Parsifal could beat Tempest using that 50 live code in Ready Player One and still get the prize, then you're good.
I forgot about that. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
does this game belong on TADPOG's Top 100?
I do not think so.
I agree with that. Although, in my opinion, I would give it an honorable mention, just because it was surprisingly better than I would expect a Looney Tunes Super Nintendo game to be. But then that might also, honestly, that might come into play that, like, I mean, I liked Looney Tunes a lot when I was a kid, like, and specifically Duck Dodgers. Like, I remember like seeing that first Duck Dodgers short and like being like, holy shit, like this is really, really, really cool. Because there's just so much weird stuff in it, like those Martians that like are little beans that Marvin pours water on, and then they just sprout up the full-grown goons. That was cool, and I like that they put that kind of stuff in the game.
I mean, I feel like this game had a lot of good elements to it. I just think really the controls are what killed it for me.
Yeah,
solely the controls.
They do take getting used to for sure.
If they were tight,
and
I would have had a much better time with this game.
Yeah. I get it. And they're because they are not tight. I mean, they're to me, they're not like, I don't know. They're definitely not tight, but I also love playing as Luigi in Super Mario Brothers 2, and that was totally the vibe that I got from Daffy. He even does, like, in mid jump, he even shifts his legs. Like, he doesn't do it as many times as Luigi does, but he does it, and it's like, are they referencing Super Mario Brothers 2, or am I just inferring too much here, or what's going on?
I see where Luigi would do that, but I could also see where they were stealing it. So.
Right, yeah. Would you like to know what Flopsy has to say about this game?
Please.
AKA the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike. They give Daffy Duck the Marvin missions, which its availability is uncommon. They give it 4 stars.
This was as good as SOS.
I mean, I really liked SOS too. So, I mean, I don't know what you're looking for. I would say, yeah, they're on par. I don't.
Man, okay.
I mean,
You really like this game.
I think this is a good game. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good enough game that it's like. I mean, when I was like in my notes, it's like, is this on TADPOG's top 100? It's like, maybe, but I'm not gonna fight for it.
I mean, I would put it in the top half.
Oh yeah, easy.
And that's
easy for me.
That's just because the premise, not for me. But yeah, that's the best I can do for it.
It was also, the review was also done by KY.
Okay.
Those tend to skew higher.
Yep.
We've seen. So, yeah, maybe four's a little too high.
3 is what I was thinking it would be.
Best I can do is 3.5. I have some other questions that came in from one Ross Rachel Green from across the pond. If you'd like to see what that's all about, in the form of a quiz entitled "Games Released in April."
Okay.
Ross begins. Well, I did it. I bought a PC. I spent far too much, but it has a 3070. Yeah, you did spend too much because I'm looking at that shit. You spent too much.
I guess you didn't get that raffle to buy.
No, man. I've been entering a Newegg lottery like every single time. And it's like, Ross, I get it, dude. Because it's like, oh, this one's bundled in with something I don't want. Fuck it. Who cares? Enter. It's like I just select all of them. And it's like, if I win the privilege to buy any of these, I'll buy the bundle. If I end up not wanting the rest of the shit, I'll just fucking sell it or eat the cost because it's like I'm ready to build a new machine. Okay, let's see. I'm curious, Ross. Okay. He answers my question. It's in a nice case. Pre-made machines I have seen are fugly cases. Yes, there's an Alienware that I've been looking at that has the card in it. Those Alienware cases, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
It's like they took a Wii and was like, I guess we just cram computer parts in here, and then put like a blue oval on the front. Ross says, I've seen the cases are fugly. It turned up in 2 days. That's really good. I have yet to play anything on it that might push the limits of the machine, but I am sure that is only a matter of time. Also, there seems to be some confusion about surnames being in capitals. For no reason at all, it's something that cops do here, and it's a habit I have just adopted, so there's no deeper meaning. I don't know what he means by that.
I don't either.
Is there like did we say something last week about capitals?
I don't remember anything about last week.
Yeah, me neither. It's just gone.
Yep.
Ross continues, there's a final morality question, which I believe the Spicy Boys will have different answers.
Okay.
Much like our opinions on Daffy Duck, the Mario missions. So this quiz contains games that were released in April in the U.S., and I will include the year they were released so you can get 2 points per title for correct game and year.
Damn, okay.
I don't know if these are all Super Nintendo games or not, but maybe they are. First question. This game was the third in its series, though the first for the SNES. It is also the only of its series to have a true sequel.
I have no clue. whatsoever what that could be.
I have a feeling it's a game that we know because the question is pretty general.
Because it's so vague.
Yeah. But it could literally be anything. It's the third in its series, so not Super Mario World.
Yep.
Could be Super Metroid.
Could be.
That's the third in its series. Metroid and then Metroid on Game Boy.
Yep.
And then Super Metroid.
But it's the official sequel.
It is also the only of its series to have a true sequel. So I don't know. Does Super Metroid have a true sequel? It's not Castlevania, because that's Castlevania 4.
Because I'm trying to think, because after that, it was the 3D ones. It was Metroid Prime. Until Metroid Zero Mission and Fusion.
Yeah,
And Zero Mission is a remake of the first one.
I haven't played any of those.
So I guess it could be, unless Metroid Fusion is a sequel.
Yeah, I don't know. The third in its series, so it's not a Final Fantasy game. Earthbound was Mother 2, so it's not that.
Yep. Super Metroid's fine with me.
All right. I don't feel good about that, but I have no other
option.
guess.
Yep.
All right. Super Metroid, locking it in. It is The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. That came out April 13th. And I can't...
Because it had the Link Between Worlds. Yep.
That one felt bad.
Yeah.
Felt bad to whiff that.
Link Between Worlds is one of those games I also played through so quickly that I don't remember a whole bunch of it.
Yeah. I haven't played it. I own it. I haven't played it.
Very good.
I've heard it's great.
Yeah.
I heard it's great.
Yep.
Next question. This one-on-one fighting game was the first in its series, originally released in the arcades in 1991, and featured a 2-lane fighting arena. Art of Fighting?
Art of Fighting?
Yeah, I think so. I'm good with that. Let's log it in.
Yep.
It is Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, April 1st, 1993. We're not even guessing on the dates because, I mean, come on.
Yeah, not gonna happen. The 90s.
Yeah, right. We can't get the game. We're not going to get the date. But I appreciate the effort that you put in. Next question. This game was originally released on NES and Game Boy, but started as an arcade game called Hermetica.
Kirby.
Well, Kirby was, NES,
But
Game
not-
Boy
not
and
an
NES,
arcade.
but not an arcade. Hermetica. Is it like you're playing as a hermit?
Yeah.
It's the hermit simulator.
Or it's a female harmonica.
Female harmonica?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So a harmonica, like by default, is male?
It's male. It's masculine. That's the French.
Yeah.
Hand me the hermetica.
Oh.
He's a harmonica with vagina. You blow it and it makes a very pleasant sound.
Lustrous vagine. I have no idea.
It's like a cave of giggles. I've got no clue. Hermetica?
Hermetica. I've heard that before, but I don't know where.
Yeah, I don't know.
NES
European Prime Goal.
European Prime Goal, locking it in. It is Yoshi's Cookie, 1993. Next question, Tyler. This game, developed by Silicon and Synapse, features 3 characters escaping an alien who is taking them to an intergalactic zoo. It's got to be the Lost Vikings,
2?
right? Ooh.
Is 2 were the one they're on the...
Ooh, I don't know.
He didn't say sequel, so Lost Vikings.
Yeah, that would be, I don't know. You good with that?
Yep.
Lost Vikings, locking it in. You want to guess a year?
93.
All right. It is the Lost Vikings, April 29th, 1993. Well done,
Yeah,
Tyler.
nailed it. Got it.
Next question. This game is a follow-up to Congo's Caper and requires you to collect 7 rainbow stones.
It's the sequel to Congo's Caper.
Apparently.
You collect 7 rainbows of stones.
I mean, I'm going back to that Troll Islands.
Yeah. The stone something.
Yeah, the gemstone something.
The stone cutters. Here in The Simpsons.
The Troll Illuminati.
It is. It's like the Stone Brothers or some shit like that.
Look, I've already done the best I can do.
I think, yeah, it's the Stone Wardens.
The Stone Wardens, locking it in. It is Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics, which was 1994. That was a follow-up to Congo's Caper?
Because I'd heard that the true sequel to Joe and Mac is something different entirely.
I need to play Congo's Caper. I just got it. I need to pop it in. All I did was plug it, made sure it worked. All right, turns on. Great.
Perfect. I'm not going to sue Adam.
Into the bookshelf. There you go. Next question. This game originally for the Amiga in 1992, so we know the year.
Perfect.
At least for the Amiga, had 4 stages: Ignition, Steel Wheel, Beatbox, and Nightmare. Steel Wheel? Beatbox? Did Parappa the Rapper come out in 1992 for the Amiga?
I was like the modern Oregon Trail, the Portland Trail.
Ignition, Steel Wheel, Beatbox, and Nightmare.
It's a racing game.
Yeah, presumably with Ignition, right? And wheels. Top Gear?
Sure, Top Gear.
Top Gear.
Fuck it, why not?
Locking it in. It is Pinball Dreams 1994.
Car edition.
Wow. All right, next question. Doing great. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up based on an animated film of the same name. Fucking Power Rangers?
Animated though, right?
Oh, shit. He did say animated. Yeah, you're right. Good call. Turtles in Time? Well, that wasn't an animated film. That was a animated
It's based on an
TV
animated
show.
film.
Animated film. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up.
For the Super Nintendo. Shit.
Okay, animated film.
SHIT.
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 Snow White's not a beat-em-up.
No, unfortunately.
The Lion King, not a beat-em-up. All the animated movies I can think of now are...
No, beat 'em ups.
Yeah, they're Disney movies.
Five
still.
Goes West. Is that beat 'em up?
Probably. That's a Super Scope game. We're back. That was not a beat 'em up.
Animated film that was a beat 'em up.
Fuck, man. I feel like I should know this.
If we do this and it's a TV show, I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay. I agree. Yeah.
An
for good
animated film that was turned into a beat 'em up.
reason. Yeah.
Oliver and Company.
Man, that would be awesome. The Aristocats. The Great Mouse Detective.
Perfect.
Oh.
Cool World was a puzzle game.
Right. Dude, I almost went Cool World too.
Bay's Kids. That's not really a beat 'em up.
Not really. Jesus Christ.
I guess it could be, isn't it?
Bay's Kids. Locking it in.
Bay's Kids is all I can.
Bay's Kids.
94.
1994.
Yeah, fuck you, Ross.
You got there, buddy. I'm super amazed. And is it a beat 'em up?
I just remember hating it.
Next question. This stock car racing game was licensed by a then racer, now commentator for the sport. I am never going to get this.
Who commentates on NASCAR?
I have no idea.
Jeff Gordon's Racing.
Jeff Gordon's Racing. Locking it in, because that's as good as it's going to get for me. It is Kyle Petty's No Fear Racing.
Okay.
You have a guess for the year?
92.
95.
Oh, damn.
95. The height of No Fear shirts. Man, I love my No Fear shirts back in middle school. Those and the Massimo shirts. Mwah.
The Massimo shirts, yeah.
Oh.
Brandon in his Massimo shirt and his silver tab jeans.
Big Dog shirts, Big Johnson shirts. Man.
Oh, so many Inside Out Big Johnson shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never turn your Big Johnson inside out.
Or Marilyn Manson shirts turned inside out at Tater Day.
Oh, yeah?
Like, fuck you, I'm not in school.
Next question. This game is a clone of Super Puyo Puyo and was subtitled Ghost Trap in Europe.
I feel like I should know this, actually.
Is this, I don't know, man, Wario's Woods or Kirby's Avalanche?
It's got to be Kirby's Avalanche. Puyo Puyo, that's an enemy, right, in Kirby?
No, I don't think so. But it's like Puyo Puyo is a puzzle game, like a Japanese puzzle game that's like rarely Puyo Puyo here in North America.
I
It's
think
always
Kirby's Avalanche.
I think Kirby's Avalanche too. That seems right.
Yeah.
Do you have a guess for the year?
94.
94. Okay. It is Kirby's Avalanche, April 25th, 1995. So very close.
All right.
I'm proud of us. Next question. Andy Whitehurt, creative director of Haus Technica, described the team's approach to the graphics. Quote, "What we were trying to show is that despite 16-bit graphical limitations, you can actually make a video game look like a cartoon. We wanted FF to look like a 50s or 60s Warner Brothers cartoon and to have the same zany feel, almost Dr. Seuss-like, which nobody has tried before in a video game."
You wanted FF?
He says we wanted FF to look like a 50s or 60s Warner Brothers cartoon. It's not Final Fight. It's not Fatal Fury.
Because until he said that, then I was like, Yoshi's Island? Because of the way the cartoony, crayony sort of look. But
I can feel that, but I think we need to
old Warner Brothers cartoon.
Haus Technica, I believe, would be the developer. I'm trying to think of Super Nintendo games that look like old 50s or 60s Warner Brothers. Cool World?
But it couldn't mean the Mickey Mouse games because he's not trying for a Warner Brother look.
Yeah, that is true. They probably would have straight up said Disney.
Unless this is a Looney Tunes game.
It could be because, Sunsoft didn't publish all of them.
Yep.
ICOM didn't develop all of them. There's that Speedy Gonzales game, which I can't remember the full name of.
Fast and the Furious? Speedy Gonzales.
The Fast and the Furious. the Speedy Gonzales family. I mean, that might be it.
I'd say go with that one.
All right, Speedy Gonzales game.
Freaking frijoles.
Locking it in. It is Frantic Flea.
Wouldn't have got there.
No, never. Which came out in
92.
96. I looked, so I couldn't guess. That's it, except for the morality question.
All right, let's see, Ross.
Ross says, you find a game by the side of the road, and it turns out to be very rare and expensive. The next day, you hear that there was a break-in nearby, and the game you found was among those stolen. Do you, A, this is biased, do the right thing and return it? You gotta have a morality question and be like, do the right thing or do the wrong thing.
You can't distinguish your morality.
There's no like.
Should have been what do you do, not options.
Here's a very short version of this question. A thing happens. Do the right thing, do the wrong thing. First answer is A, do the right thing and return it because now the police are looking for it. There's nothing you could do with it. Or B, keep it because you'll never have another chance to own it despite not ever being able to sell it.
I would have so it's not like, I'll do the right thing, return this game. It's like, no, I don't want to get fucking caught with this shit and have to pay the price for it. Even if I just found it, no one's going to fucking believe that. I don't want to run the risk of going to jail over a rare game. Fuck that. Give it back just to get this hot shit off of my hands.
Yeah, but who's going to know? If you don't try to sell it.
I don't know.
Which, I mean,
you got to tell somebody who might tell somebody who might tell somebody.
No, you don't have to tell anybody.
You don't have to. But I don't know.
I'm very good about...
If anyone finds out about it, if any single person finds out about it, you could go to jail.
Yeah. All right, you convinced me. I'll do the right. I'll do the right thing. I'll skip out on Renegade. I'll go Paragon
All right.
with Tyler because I don't want to go to jail. But that's the only reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason I would do it too.
Because I mean, look,
if I just found it, yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
the number of times that I don't know, I or a friend has had something stolen, and then it's reported to the police, and it's like, thanks, you'll never see it again, but thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
Do I know the person? Who, like, if I know the person, which I probably do, because let's face it, if they have like a bunch of Super Nintendo games and they're local, I might know them.
Yeah.
If I know the person, then obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, also I don't want to go to jail, so yeah, I guess yeah.
But if they're reporting it on the news,
Well, he didn't say that. He says you hear that there was a break-in nearby. What if the person you hear it from is conning you? And they're like, yeah, Jeff's house was broken in, stole all his Super Nintendo games. You haven't found any, have you? Give it to me. I'll give it to him.
just laying around
give
here.
it to me.
You know.
Also, I've never turned on the news. Hard stop. But also never turned on the news and they've been like, this just in. One rare Super Nintendo game was stolen.
Pictured here. Known as Hagain.
Final Fight guy. Also, you found the game on the side of the road. Like, I get it if it's reported stolen, but like, I gotta verify that shit was actually. I need to see a police report. Like, I just go to the police station and be like, can you show me the police, like the last, all the police reports you have for the last 5 days?
Freedom of Information Act. I know my rights. Come on.
Why? No reason.
Doubt.
All right. Good question, Ross. And you were right. We were split. We were split on that. Up until the fear of jail was put in.
Yep. Tom lived his life in fear of anal rape in prison. Everything Tom did was around not ever going to prison and avoid anal rape. Boondocks is a good show.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, it was a good show.
Dave, I'm kind of curious what we're going to get next week.
All right. Yes, me too. Would you like to find out?
Yeah, I'm going to go get this batter up peripheral and plug it in. Just
Okay.
make sure it's got the full juice going to it. Put one in on the
so
ground.
much juice.
So much juice.
So much juice in that.
Man. Then use it Wild and Crazy Kid style.
It's like that batch just waiting around for sex.
So much juice.
So much juice.
I'm going to stop right before I'm done again.
Well, then you know when you finally get a hit, it's going to be a home run.
Yep, Grand Slam's what I'm going for. Support no hole in a random direction. Say the prayer. We all love to say.
Mm-hmm.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
416.
Right in the middle there.
Yeah. You're not going to guess this letter. No way. No way you're going to guess this letter.
H.
The P's.
Peas. New one?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Plock.
Boy, I wish. You might like this one. I don't know. You might be excited for this.
Okay.
I am not.
Okay.
This might be my come-uppets for SOS and Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions. I believe this has to be probably an RPG called Paladin's Quest.
I feel like that's vaguely in my memory somewhere.
If that's not an RPG, we're fucked. Like if this turns out to be a hockey game, we're real pissed off.
You know, Jim Paladin, the hockey player.
Because I don't want to play an RPG that's not in the top 100, but I want to play it more than a fucking hockey game.
Yeah. I feel like I vaguely remember Paladin's Quest. I don't remember liking it. I remember renting something
Perfect.
like it, and I didn't like it.
Great.
I liked everything as a kid. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's not an RPG.
Paladin's
I don't
Quest.
know.
All
Maybe
right.
it's a side-scrolling fantasy beat 'em up,
Yeah.
and I'll be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I like RPGs, but it's like one of those things where it's like, man, if it is an RPG, it's like got a week to play it. and it's like
probably not good enough to do a two-parter.
Right, exactly. So it's just kind of
our
like
4-part series in this game we fucking cannot stand.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher. Thanks to Backlog Banisher Dane, YouTube. It's great. I couldn't get my app to listen the other day. Melissa wanted to hear a segment. Pull that shit up on YouTube.
Nice.
It was wonderful. It's all right there. It's great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dane.
Yes.
Then we're on various other stuff. The website, Facebook, because, there's TADPOG on Facebook. We got the episode post there.
Yeah.
We've got, memes. That's what we do. People like the memes way more than the episode posts, but hey, they're both there.
Yep. You are correct. Exponentially more they like the memes. Yeah.
I've had 1 million hits on a meme. Never more than like 40 on an episode post.
I mean, yeah, but let's be fair. First of all, our podcast is worse than your average meme. And secondly, no one wants to sit with a Facebook page open for 2 hours.
Yeah. We're nowhere near as good as that Captain America meme about getting his shoes from a drug dealer.
Yeah, it's a popular one. Yeah, that's a very popular one. So come to our Facebook page to see that.
Yeah. And then, of course, if you like good, or you like the date shit, we got Tadpog Nation. But if you like good organized chat for everyone, that is on the Discord.
Yeah, that's bit.ly/Tadpog Discord. Yeah. If you want to join that. It's a fun community.
It's a very fun community. I haven't really been all that active on it since the Piggy Palace kind of went dormant. But hey, I'll rejoin sometime.
I can that channel's still there. I just hit it. I can make it come back if that's what it's going to take to get you back.
No, it's okay.
I just hit it because it was like, well, I mean,
no one's updating this.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's all right. Paul and Chandra have that baby thing going on, so no one's updating it. Casey's like, probably doesn't know what a Discord is. So,
well, I mean, yeah, it's also kind of one of those things where it's like, when you run another game, probably what I'll do is revive that channel and change the name of it to whatever game
good.
You're going to run.
That sounds good. And what else do we do? We're @Tadpog_podcast on Instagram and Twitter. We have shirts at shirts.tadpog.com, masks at masks.tadpog.com.
Yes.
If you want to send us something, you send that to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky, 42002.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got all of our old calls ready to go for an episode, trimmed way down. If you want, there's a fresh new call log out there for you to use. So someday soon, we're going to go through those calls and get caught up.
Use it, Daddy.
If you want to break in that fresh virgin call log, go ahead.
Well, re-virginized.
Right. We went to a gas station and found this hymenization kit. We used it. Looks good.
Yeah.
So go ahead and call 270-883-2555.
Our voicemail found religion later in life.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that on All Calls episode for Patreon, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. That's patreon.com/Tadpog.
Oh, yeah, most importantly, Patreon.
A lot of wonderfully generous people who donate to us on there each and every month. Thank you, guys. It means a lot, and it goes a long way.
Yes, it does. I got a floor to rebuild.
Yeah. And then when your guy is done with that floor, then I gotta get that guy to pay. I gotta pay that guy too.
Tadpog needs some floors.
Tadpog does need floors. It's fucking crazy.
All right, so thank you for. Let me scroll down here, make sure I don't miss anybody. All right, doubling up, Zero Skull. Thank you, Fernando.
Tooth Fairy Nando.
Thank you. Perfect. And then new donor, Aaron.
All right.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
Mononymous Aaron.
Thank you very much.
That's all I got.
All right. This episode has been executive produced by the following people. Speaking of Patreon, these are the folks who donate to us each month at $20 or more. Thank you very much. We need floors. You got Usurper Grim, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cousin David Galino, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Coronavirus Savior Cubicle Monkey, Zeus Laser, Steve Dixon, Plinko Nick Price, Clambro Cody Phillips, Lint Liquor Joseph Phillips, Bantha Master, Executive Producer Dig Dougie, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Time Lord Josh Edwards, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, aka Gentle G, congratulations on your marriage, Magical Sleeper, aka Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Sandwich Boat Phil Hawkins, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Big Daddy Paul Anderson, and Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link. Thank you guys.
Yes. Our theme song is Moves. You want to know where you can find a link to that track? It's over on the show notes.
Oh, the ones on tadpog.com?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where the episode posts.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, sweet.
How you close this out, Dave?
As Marvin the Martian.
Okay. So until next time.
Tropical Capricorn.
Man, we're so fucking good. God.
So good.
God, we're so good. I don't know why Warner Brothers hasn't contacted us yet.
I know.
We need two Marvin the Martian simultaneous. We need the anime trope where Marvin the Martian has been possessed by a demon, and so he speaks in two voices
By
at the
two
same time.
Kentuckians. All right, fine. I was looking around the room. I found another corner.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's behind this lamp that's been put in front of this door.
I'm gonna move this dirty ass lamp.
Let me smooth this bump down.
There's another compliment corner. All right.
There. Oh, look at that.
Let me set a stool down here in compliment corner. I'm going to sit on it. All right. Well, there's somebody that I would like to compliment. I don't say enough about them, and they are an amazing person and been a supportive friend, and always very active and always checking up. Talking about Kyle Pertleball.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle has
Edgelord
been
Kyle.
an amazing person since the day we met, supportive of our show, into becoming our friend,
Yeah.
into being there with everything with me and Melissa in Louisville and Jack, and then coming to everything. The dude will drive 10 hours to go see a concert with you, then turn around and drive 10 hours back. Like, Kyle Pertleball is...
Wild man.
Wild man.
Wild man.
Amazing guy.
Edgelord.
Who is just lording that edge.
Living on it.
He's been through a lot of hard stuff, and to come out the other side being such a positive, great person who you can always talk to and rely on is really incredible.
Funny guy, too.
Very
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
So thank you for just you, Edgelord Kyle.
He really wants me to get a tattoo.
Him first.
Yeah, he's not, okay, I guess it's my turn.
No, he's got to get 10 to your 1.
I don't know if he has 10. He might.
What tattoo does he want you to get?
Just anything.
Oh. Well. See, that's what a nice guy is. He's like, I just want you to get just whatever you want. I just think you like a tattoo.
I'm not saying he's not a nice guy, but I will say that like having no tattoos is like, it's like the new subculture where it's just like, man, that is fucking hardcore, dude. You don't have any tattoos?
Man, it's fucking straight edge as hell. I'm going to cut myself on that straight edge
Holy
of yours.
shit.
But you don't have a cock ring. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, but not like a Prince Albert or anything like that. Like,
Kyle really wants me to get a Prince Albert.
okay, twist my arm.
You first. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
okay.
God, you have like so many dicks.
You do
dude.
have 10.
I didn't
Okay.
realize. Wow. They're weighted. Fucking Andre the Giant in your pants there.
God, I want to know. I'd love to know how big his dick was.
They don't get into that in the documentary?
No, they talk about how massive his farts were. Like he had epic, unbelievable farts. And that was his thing.
Like Chaos and Primal Rage, they said.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, brother, there's this Primal Rage game where you're a giant monkey who farts at his enemy. That I know that was made after Andre.